Hey guys, back with another video. My mentor used to always say, that through all of the ages, all the great scholars all agreed on one thing. They disagreed on almost everything else, but they all agreed that your thoughts create things, right? I'm not going to give a bunch of quotes, but you can, if you are studying, you will find this is true. And I did a video a while back on boomerangs, and it really goes hand in hand with your thinking. You're sending out energy, negative or positive, right? Remember, thought comes in, there's two things we can do. We can make it negative or we can make it positive. We have the power to do that. We have an intellect. We can make it whatever we want. Thought just is. Energy just is, right? It's what you do with that energy that determines everything. If you're having thoughts and you are attaching negative to them, you are sending that vibration out, and it has to come back just like a boomerang, right? Please listen. If you are stuck in negative, lack and limitation, anger, resentment, none of these vibrations are healthy for you. They're all destructive. And so as you're having these thoughts and you're starting an inner dialogue and you're attaching feeling to them and you get emotionally involved in them and you're creating a story and you're sending it out, it has to come back to you. What I want you to understand is that's what's going on. You have to have the aha moment. I can't have it for you. You have to understand that. You have to look at this. You have to study it like a scientist, right? What's going on in your life? You have to look at it. It's uncomfortable. I understand. I've done it. Then you have to become aware of what it is. Then you can understand that you're sending out energy with that vibration and it is coming back to you, right? So your tomorrow or your next day is going to be part of those negative thoughts. Whatever it is you're worried about or stressed about or angry about or resentful about, or if you're stuck in victim mentality and it's everyone else's fault, right? You can't expect everyone else to go to therapy to help you. If you will change, everything will change for you. That's not just a cute saying, that is the truth. And so you've been throwing all of these boomerangs out for years and decades, and I don't know how old you are, but it can be, some people's, it's 50 years before they finally stumble upon this information and start to understand this is the truth. You have a lot of old conditioning, and so you have boomerangs coming back all the time. And you can connect dots looking back if you will put the energy in and find the exact time you thought that negative thought that came back and whacked you, right? Most people don't have positive thoughts. Most people aren't even thinking. Real thinking. Sustained, conscious thought. Because it's hard. Because you're being bombarded by all the old conditioning. How do you get the old conditioning out? You have to keep impressing constantly over and over and over and over again until that new thought kicks the old conditioning out and becomes your new beliefs. So if you really want to change, then you need to do all the things that I've suggested. You have to start changing the way you're thinking and feeling and speaking, which are all free. None of that costs money. I need you to understand that. That's amazing. It doesn't cost you any money to change your thinking and your speaking and how you feel. That's all free. It's all been gifted to you by God, right? And so an easy thing to do is pick one thing, one thought that you think about all the time, that you keep resorting back to, that's negative. Some situation that happened, or someone said something, or, you're still spending more than you earn, whatever it is. And you need to build an imaginary image of your wall of Jericho falling down and you stepping over that into a new vision, right? You're stepping over the old conditioning and you're seeing, even though your five senses, hear, see, smell, taste, and touch, are going to be screaming at you because you're stepping into the unknown. So you've stepped into this unknown that you can't see, right? You're overriding your five senses and you're believing in an unseen force and putting emotion on this vision that you do have enough money, or you do have an amazing partner, or you do have a car that runs really well, or you did get a promotion at work, or your kid is healthy, or whatever it is that you really need help with, that you're spending a lot of time worrying about, and start sending good boomerangs out. And eventually those good boomerangs will start coming back and you will notice change. But if you're not writing it down, it's really hard to leave everything up here. That goes with your finances, everything. You can't balance your checkbook from up here. If you're doing that, it's not going to be a pleasant outcome, right? You need to be orderly. You need to be writing down, or whatever system you can find that helps you become orderly with your money and your thoughts. Then you can look at everything. You have to get everything out of you and look at it. Just doing that alone will start to change you. You're gonna have boomerangs coming back that are negative because you've had so many thrown out over the last however long, right? But the problem with motivation is, I like motivation, I really do. But it lasts 72 hours if you're lucky. If you go to church on Sunday and you have a good sermon and it fires you up and you're tithing, Monday's probably going to be pretty good. Tuesday can be okay. By Wednesday, you're back to the old program, right? Nothing changed because you're relying on motivation. You haven't changed any of your actions. Action and reaction. You have to start changing some of your actions to get a different reaction. If you're going to leave it up to hope and chance, well, that's your program, which you're going to keep getting the results that you're getting, right? If you're struggling with weight or whatever it is, right? You want to start drinking more water. You already have a habit. So if you can pay attention, how much water do you drink in one day? I guarantee you drink that much every day. So if it's 3 glasses, I don't want you to try and fixate on drinking 6 glasses. It's uncomfortable doing that. Just make it a habit. Start drinking 1 extra glass a day. Right now that becomes 4 glasses a day. You're always going to drink your habit, which is 3 or however many it is once you find that answer. You just add 1 more until that becomes a habit. Then you add 1 more. Till that becomes a habit, then you add 1 more till you get to whatever it is ounces you're trying to drink in a day. Same thing with food. There is billion-dollar industries on dieting. None work long term. You have to change your personality. You have to become a different person. I see this all the time. Somebody goes on a diet, they lose all this weight. What happens? Their cybernetic mechanism kicks in, right? We've gone over this, right? They start losing weight, and their personality with the cybernetic mechanism notices a deviation and kicks them right back up, right? You don't believe you weigh 150 pounds. You believe you weigh 200 pounds. So as you start deviating off of that belief, your cybernetic mechanism kicks in to get you back to 200. So what you should be doing is change one thing. Eat what you normally eat, but add 1 extra thing that's healthy. Broccoli, whatever. And then you add something else eventually, and you keep just adding until the new stuff going in pushes out the old stuff. You've added enough new stuff that it pushes out the old junk that you were eating, right? You have to change your lifestyle. You have to think you're a healthy person and think you're in good shape. You can't leave it up to your 5 senses. That doesn't work, right? I know people that have done 50 diets over the last 15 years. None of them worked. They work temporarily, right? I mean, I hope this stuff's helpful, right? You're sending these boomerangs out and they're coming back, and it can be annoying and frustrating. But once you become aware of what's really going on, you can change it. This stuff is super simple if you put the energy in. And so those of you that have been putting the energy in, you're seeing massive change. I am so excited for you. Your whole life is changing, right? Good things are happening, right? People are starting to notice. People are asking, what have you been doing? How did you change? Because they're attracted to you. Your vibration has raised. People want to be around an attractive person. Right now, you can start helping someone. I'm telling you, your life will never be the same again. Everything changes if you're willing to change. So just take the time, write down, right? Find the one thing that's really annoying you that, you keep throwing a negative boomerang out about. See that thing crumbling. Your wall of Jericho is crumbled down. Vision yourself stepping over that into something amazing. over and over and over and over and over and over, even if it's 10 seconds in the beginning. Keep doing it, right? Build that will muscle to where you can do it for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That thing will change. Now you're sending amazing energy out. It's positive. It'll bring positive back. That boomerang will start coming back positive. Don't get fixated on motivation and trying to hear some amazing motivation's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's cool, but it's not sustainable, right? If you don't change. So I really need you guys to understand that, pay attention to that. So please like and subscribe. Please ask questions. I know one of you is going through something. Let's figure it out. Let's work together. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.